guys, welcome to another edition of DIY with Gerry's Garage. Today we're working on an ancient Whirlpool washing machine that has a leak. And we need to find out where that leak is to see if it's worth repairing. This washer is probably 20-30 years old, which should tell you something because it's a pretty good washer until this happened. I think the only thing we've ever had to do was fix the agitator, and that was a $2 job. So all right, so I'm going to show you how you take this apart. It's pretty simple, and then we'll get to the part where, hopefully we'll have this fixed, or we'll have to get another one, so we'll see. Depends. If it's a hose or if it's something like that, it's pretty easy to fix. Plus it's pretty cheap. If it's like the pump or something like that, we have to look into a part for that. And the model number on this washer isn't even in like any of the most popular parts places. So we got to hope that they're still using like something from that washer, this washer, to be able to buy it, or to be able to rig something that'll work very well. I mean, if it's just a hose or something, we could probably do that. So let me show you where we're at. Okay, as you see, I've already kind of started on this. It's a Whirlpool. 6 cycles, it's commercial quality, supposedly. And it's got that's what the different modes are. You got small or super load, you got warm, cold, hot, blah, blah. We don't even have hot water out here. Our laundry room is in our shed, so, that's that. Anyway, as you can see, I've kind of got one side off here, right? There is a screw that you can see, I think. Let me get this. I don't know. Camera work sucks. In there, it has to come undone first. There's one on the other side also. There's also this clip. Okay? There's 2 of them. One here, one there. They just got 2 little things. I took a screwdriver and they pop right out. So all I got to do right at the moment is get the other clip undone, and this will come off. All right, so this clip is underneath on both sides. Okay, it slides up in here and then down. Once this is forward into this kind of rectangular square hole, and you just flip it down. That holds the back end, it holds the cabinet together. So what you do is you take a screwdriver, stick it behind where this sticks up right here, okay? You pull on it and it just releases from here, releases from here. You do that on both sides. Also, this wiring harness disconnects here, okay? And then what you do, back up, is pull this forward, right? Get this out of my way because there's too much crap in here. Like this, all right? And we pull off. Okay. Now the cabinet's off. Okay, as you can see, there's a lot of rust that needs to be cleaned and everything. Actually, the water valve is down here. It comes in through this hose and through here and into the tub. That's the inlet water, where the water comes in, goes through that black hose, okay, up, through, and out of here, okay, and right into the tub. As you can see, there's rust on that. Needs to be, I don't know, let's see if we can find one or clean that up or something. The leak is right there in that hose, which is actually good news. So this is the culprit. There, and you won't be able to see it on camera, there is a small split in this that was allowing the water to come out. Actually, it was on this side. This is the side that's the water valve where the water comes in. This is the side where it goes in the back of this, in the back of here. And because it was leaking down here, it was shooting out into the, where, you know, the cabinet was, down and off into the floor. So I don't know if we can find this exact thing, but this is just a flex pipe, basically. So we may be able to find something that'll work for this somewhere. And what I got to do now is go up the house and make sure that, go look up some parts and see if I can find this. If so, as soon as it gets here, we'll put it back on. I'll show you how to do it. It's real easy. It's just 2 little hose clamps on the ends, and you're ready to go. Now on this, I should say one side is smaller, I believe, than the other side, so that could be a problem with trying to use something that's not an actual part. Although that's why they make these screw-on hose clamps, so we'll see. We'll see how it works out. This is actually, I know it looks bad, but this is actually a very good washer. It's lasted years and years and years. The cameraman, my wife, has had it before I have. She even knew me, so you know, it's a good deal. And at the moment, it's the only one we have. So, and we're not rich, so I really want to try to fix this, considering it's just this. If it was a pump or it was the motor or something like that, it'd be out in the scrap, getting scrapped out, simply because it's really not worth fixing for that much money. But we will clean it up really well too before we put it back together. And you know, we'll see you probably in a couple of days. Of course, it won't be a couple of days for you, because, you know, the mathemagicals and sort of with the World Wide Web Nation and on and over. We'll be back in a second. So, anyway, oops. We are back. It's Friday. Just got the part yesterday. That's it. It's all rubber as opposed to this flex hose. You can kind of see the difference. I've already put the clips on the end, and all we got to do is install it. Takes about a minute or less, and we should have no more leaks, which is nice, because my floor is going to cave in my shed, and I hate that. Now we're going to clean it up and put the lid and everything back on, and hope for the best. Alright, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what we do here is we grab this, and down here, let me get a light on it so you can see, is where it comes. Of course, let's get the right light on it. Okay, so we got the light can you see down all the way at the bottom? The blue thing? Yeah. That's the water valve, and this end just slides on that. It's plastic, so be careful when you do it. And I'll slide that on there now. Let's see. Get it up in front of the wiring and down. And then we come up with it all the way. All right. Then we're going to want to pull that out so this is supported, and bring this around to here and slide that on. Then you take your pliers and you bring it up almost to the top here so it holds it on, and also do it on the bottom. Hopefully I've done this right so I can get it up there. Yep. Okay. That okay. Alright, let me get the flashlight. This one is just a hair too small for this. So what we'll do, pull it down and take it off. Get it out of here for a second. All right. And okay, so what we're going to do, because this clip is just a tiny bit too small, the reason for it is that the new hose is not plastic, it's rubber, and it's slightly thicker than the plastic. So this one becomes too tight to get onto and hold on to things. So we're going to use one of these. The difference is this one originally was made for the original part, and it is originally made to hold it on there, the hose on, without it popping off under pressure. And this one is basically generic. That's how that works. Now, the thing about this is you don't want to make it too tight and you don't want to make it too loose. You got to have an intermediate, because if it's too loose, the only thing that's going to happen is the hose is going to pop off the valve and you're going to have water everywhere instead of just in a concentrated area. Also, you got wiring in there, so that's water and wiring don't mix. And if it's too tight, you can end up cracking the plastic on the water valve. So, you know, you got to kind of use your head on this. So what we're going to do is put it on the hose and get it tight, you know, so that we can get it on there, and then we'll tighten it up once we get the hose on. Okay. Go. Okay, so I got it on there, and it's all run up to the top, and it's not too tight, it's not too loose. I yanked on it gently, obviously, a few times. The water coming through here is the same pressure it comes into your house. It's coming through here, up and through, and then into your tub. So, you know, you just got to be careful, because you don't want to go through all this and then have it pop off. So this one was fine, and will stay on there because there's no pressure coming into this one. Okay, the pressure is coming in at the bottom, up and through, all the water flow, up and through, and this is just on here to facilitate it going into what this is, whatever it's called. I don't even know what it's called. However, that's pretty good right there. I'm satisfied with it, so we're going to end up putting it all back together here. All right, so we got the clips to the back on. Okay, we have to take this and plug it in. Don't push back, because you're pissing me off. Okay, so right now we're going to run it through a cycle. I cleaned it with bleach and water. For those of you who think my washer is disgusting, you should see yours. It looks like that or worse. We've had this apart one time and it was cleaned a couple of years ago. This washer was built in 2004. It's a good damn washer, but we're starting to have problems with rust and everything else. So it probably won't be long until we have to get another one. This dryer over here is the same thing. It's old, okay, but it works and it dries clothes beautifully and a whole 9 yards. My suggestion on buying a washer and a dryer, forget the digital crap. It falls apart within a year or 2 years. You got to start replacing parts. I hope this gave you some kind of idea on how to... It's relatively easy to take this apart and fix it. And the part cost me $15. Which is a lot for that part, but when you think about how often you actually are going to change it, I mean, $15, you have somebody come out here and they got to do anything like that, they're going to charge you, you know, whatever their service, service fee for coming out, you know, and then they're going to double the price of whatever the hose is. And you can do this very easily yourself and save yourself literally a crap load of money. You know, the old stuff's the best. All this new and digital stuff, it just breaks. It's a pain. Now, I know there's people out there that's going to say that, well, I have a digital one for 10 years, it works fine. Well, that's great for you. Most of them don't. Most repairmen will tell you to stick with this type. Same thing with the dryer. Stick with the ones with the knobs on the back. They work better. Anyway, this has been DIY with Gerry's Garage. Hopefully somebody got something out of this. Please like and subscribe. Say hello to my wife. Her name's Michelle. She'll be cameraing for me, hopefully, for a while. We're working on getting a tripod, and we're working on getting, you know, a better camera, and so on and so forth. But for now, we're just going to use my old cell phone and go with that. And hopefully people will enjoy it enough to like and subscribe and follow us along this journey. I've been doing this here. We live in Florida, outside of Chiefland. I've been taking care of this house for 10 years, fixed everything in it, all the electrical that needed to be done, you know, hot water heaters, you name it. I also work on my own truck, mowers, small engines, so hopefully somebody will get something out of all of it. Anyway, until the next time, which should be in the next day or two, I guess we'll see you. And enjoy your life. And don't forget, cell phones can be used for more than, you know, playing games and going on Facebook and so forth. You can actually use them in home repairs. If you don't know what you're doing, take pictures. Take a lot of them. Okay? And that way, and before you do it. That way, when you go to put it back together, you won't end up with extra parts. Take care of yourself. Bye.